Hello, myself Sheikh Mohammad Abul Basar. Now I am discussing about the Phillips curve. What is Phillips curve? Phillips curve basically looking at the economy by focusing on inflation, which is a nominal variable, and unemployment, which is a real variable. Basically, it represents a theory. Starting what is the theory seems as a connection between inflation and unemployment, or a Phillips curve can represent an actual data in reality. So the definition of the Phillips curve is that there is an inverse relationship between inflation and unemployment. And the origin of the Phillips curve is that the A.W. Phillips in 1861 to 1957 has studied the relationship between unemployment and the rate of change of money wage in the United Kingdom, and suggested that there is an inverse correlation between the rate of change of money wage and the unemployment. For example, a rise in the unemployment was associated with declining wage growth and vice versa. And the shape of the Phillips curve, as there is an inverse relationship between inflation and unemployment, so the shape of the Phillips curve will be the downward sloping, and it will be the convex to the origin. We have shown the shape of the Phillips curve in this figure, in this slide. Next, what will be shape of the Phillips curve according to the classical theory and the Keynesian theory? First, we will discuss about the classical theory. According to the classical theory, we all know that there was a dichotomy between the money and the real economy. Money and the real economy. So, changes in the money supply should affect on inflation, not the unemployment. So, under this money neutrality, there should be no connection between the inflation and unemployment. This can be represented graphically with a vertical line. So, the shape of the Phillips curve will be the vertically shaped under the classical theory. But what will be the shape in the Keynesian theory? Keynes suggested that since price don't fully adjust in the short run, so changes in demand can affect inflation and unemployment. For example, if aggregate demand increased for consumption, investment, government expenditure, net exports, or money supply, then price will rise and unemployment will fall. Conversely, a decrease in aggregate demand would bring about a recession with higher unemployment but lower level of inflation. That may be deflation. So, Keynesian theory basically suggested that higher inflation should be met with lower unemployment, and lower inflation should be met with higher unemployment.